to have good internet.
Yes. When it
They can teleport the connection straight to your computer.
geothermal or something.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. But welcome to PrinnyCast Roundtable, a casual weekly show where we talk about what we've been up to and all the various gaming-related stuff from over the last week. We're your hosts as always. I'm Chris. This is Grover.
Hello.
This is Mike.
Hello.
And Etna's directing us through text messages down there, usually critiquing like that. And so pretty much what have we been playing this week, Mike?
Not a whole lot until just a little bit ago.
Oh.
Mainly just the WoW and Diablo. I've been doing all the seasonal stuff in Diablo. But I went and got my Super Smash Bros. 3DS today, and I downloaded the... Yes, it is, and I downloaded the 3DS Smash Bros. Version demo, and it's amazing! Don't really like the controls yet. I don't really have an option to change that in the demo, so it'll be something that I do when it comes out. I just don't like the layout. The two jump buttons are in wonky places, well, for me, so hopefully I can change buttons. I don't know.
I've heard a lot of people complain about the controls on the Japanese version, but I haven't heard anything about whether it's something they can change or not. I think it was more just they're not used to playing it on a little pad like that. And it has been a while. They do let you switch the buttons in the old games, right? Because I don't think I ever bothered.
I never did either because the controls were they were perfect the way they were.
Yeah.
I don't know. Now that you say that, I'm worried a little bit that I might not be able to because I don't remember.
Well, after saying there wasn't going to be a whole lot of the cast wasn't going to be different, it may look like that may not be the case, because the Ice Climbers were going to be in it, and the 3DS didn't handle having basically 8 characters on the screen too well.
Yes, I
so
heard
they dropped that, but he was still wanting to put it in, so it may end up in the Wii U version, so, Or it could be one of those DLC things, you never know.
Well, I wouldn't be opposed to that for those reasons. I mean, it's not like he's doing it just because he doesn't want 3DS users to have it. It's just a limitation with the system. So, and that limitation may go away with the new 3DS that they announced. So
that might have actually been one of the reasons why they had to press it up, is to do. Is the Prinny over there looking for stuff again?
What?
I think he is.
Huh?
The Prinny's over there in the corner looking through stuff again.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, God.
Sorry. Go on without me.
Don't worry about it. Just be quieter.
Will do, dude.
Yeah.
Shut up, Prinny.
Oh.
So what else have you been up to, or is that pretty much it?
That's honestly pretty much it. I mean, I got my 3DS, and I went to work right after that, and came home, and now I'm talking to you fine folks, so I really haven't had a chance to do too much on it.
So I know what you'll be doing after the cast.
Definitely. We'll probably just go back and forth with it, so...
Oh, crap.
So have you guys been playing this lately?
I knocked over a soda can, just noticed it, went to go pick it up, and just now it's falling, don't drop it, and now you just made it worse. Okay. I've been playing Banished with mods. I'm learning how to mod the game very, very slowly. And none of my mods work at all. They're all completely useless, so I've been using other people's mods. Once I fix the farmers being complete dumbasses, the game is a breeze. Literally, I can get up and walk away. Before, you would never do that with that game. It's just that dangerous. I could get up and walk away and go to the bathroom or something, come back and know that my city's still going to be alive. So the one I like the most is the train one that flattens the train or lets me... Well, right now it just only flattens, but later on this will be to make the train different. Mm-hmm. There's so many hills and rivers in that game that you really don't have much room, which is kind of intentional. But now it's you can flatten it out. Yeah. But now when I realize that when I flatten it out, I have so much room that my city is growing to sizes that the game was never, ever intended to have. I'm seeing people with city sizes of 6,000. The game was never intended for that population size. So it lags. It can. On a good computer, it handles it perfectly well, but on a bad computer, it molests your computer to little tiny pieces. Computers have trouble handling it.
I just want to say you have such an awesome way with words.
I stopped playing Cookie Clicker, but I was playing it, and I got to Quadrillion, and I was just like, okay, you know what, I think it's time to stop, because, to give you an example, that's a lot of cookies, well, yeah, but no at the same time. It was coming to the point that I'd leave the game alone for 2 days or so, and I'd come back and be able to buy one thing, and that was it. I have to wait another day. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it literally gets that bad. The prices become so astronomical. But I abandoned that game, and I was just like, wow, I feel refreshed. Let's play another game. So I played some Diablo 3 into the seasonal stuff, and that's fun. That's actually getting me to go back to other parts of the game, which is There's one scene in the game that is in the beginning part. I think it's for the farm area. There's a dude he's hiding in his basement, and you defeat the monster. He's like, come in and meet my wife. And he's completely insane. His wife's dead down there. And he's just like, she's just a little sick. And I think every single...
Then her head falls off?
Yeah, then her head falls off.
Yeah, that was pretty great. I actually really liked that event. Looks like she's nodded off.
Yeah, like she's nodded off, and your character, I think, the mage says, well, he's like, she doesn't seem well, and that happens, and he's like, well, at least she's not going to get worse. And I'm trying to find it to see what the paladin says, because I'm pretty sure he's going to say something just as hilarious about it. But I was being stupid and playing it on, like, Master or something, and then I got sick of getting my ass handed to me. I was like, okay, you know what, just go for the game on a lower setting, and then go to Master and have fun with that. But so then I went to frenemy territory, and got in bed with Zynga to play some Farmville 2.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and so far I'm just like, I'm not sure what to think about this. There's things I don't like, and then there are things I do like. And at the same time, it's kind of sickening, because it's just like, oh, God, you're using Zynga. Why are you doing this?
Zynga, rebel.
Because you were recruited, that's why.
Yeah, I was recruited. I had family members who were just like, we need you for spins. Please help us. I'm just like, okay, whatever. I'm like, okay, I'll play 5 minutes. And then it's just like, okay, I'll play about 20 minutes. And it's just like, okay, I'll play during the Cardinals game. And then they caught me trying to play it when we were starting up. So it's just like, oh, this is not good. Zynga themselves might stop me when they lose so much money that they go out of business and I can't play their games anymore.
Yep.
So there's always that. Then I was playing Tynan, and it was the same thing as usual, and then I decided just out of nowhere to abandon that game too. I quit playing it Tuesday and did not turn it back on, and more than likely I'm going to give my character and slave to someone else so they can use them for something, like cells and stuff. Otherwise, they'll just sit there and rot. Or I can just leave them logged off for 6 weeks and come back and get like 10,000 gems. That always works too.
You have a way of playing a game for a while, you'll get tired of it, and you'll put it aside. And then if it's a game that you actually enjoyed, which I'm still not totally sure if you did Tynan or not, then you'll come back to it.
For Tynan, I'm not completely sure. The only thing that's in the back of my head is like every single day you don't log in, you're losing reputation. More reputation is disappearing, Grover. The reputation. If you don't log in a month, then there's no point of going back. You'll have no reputation.
Yay.
That's terrible.
Yeah. So that's literally punish you for leaving, which is absurd.
That's just like, why would if I did leave or if something happened that I couldn't play, why would I ever pick it back up?
Yeah, it's just like, that 10,000 gems, though, for not playing for 6 weeks, that's a lot of damn gems. That's a lot of gems.
And reputation only goes to rank, and rank unlocks, like, different pets and certain other characters who are extremely important, mind you, but they are not absolutely necessary to get somewhere in the game either, so...
I'll probably go back to it sometime, probably the next week or so.
I won't talk you into it, but you're always welcome. I don't know why I'm still playing this stupid thing either.
I know. I'm just like, it's like, no, you've almost got rid of the itch. Just leave it alone, Grover. It'll go away forever as soon, just like Final Fantasy 14 did.
And then you went to Farmville.
Then I played, then I went to Farmville. Thanks, Grover. That's a good plan. Let's get rid of one addicting game and go to a Zynga game. Let's see how that works out. So then I started playing Warlock, because Chris gave it to me. Yeah. And that game is interesting on multiple ways. One, I've turned the settings to the game to the impossible level, maxed out settings. And the game is still generally pretty easy, which is boggling to me. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm just really good at strategy games, but this game, I mean, there are times where I'm just like, holy crap, my character is going to be slaughtered. But it's never a point where like, oh God, I'm going to lose. They're going to destroy me. I've never had that occurrence happen yet. Plus, the spells make me so stupidly overpowered. I mean, once I get that living land and the living land and raised land, I can build a massive empire and literally make myself this little own continent while blocking everybody else off. And me being able to cast spells anywhere on the world literally just makes me OP. I can just destroy anything. It's like, oh, okay, if they're living, hit them as a fireball. If they're not living, hit them as a life spell. And there you go. Most of the time, they're dead. So, yeah, I still really like it. It's just, some people are like, well, do you have the expansions? I'm just like, actually, no, I don't have any expansions. They're just like, oh, that's why you're playing vanilla. When you get the expansions, you're going to get tortured. You're going to go on impossible, and you're going to get your ass kicked so fast that you're not going to know what hit you. And I'm like, oh, okay. Unfortunately, they're only $30, so I was just like, huh. Yeah, it's like altogether $30 for these expansions. And, and I'm sitting there like, is this worth it? Maybe if they put it on sale, it'd probably be even cheaper if it goes on sale.
You might have to rebuy the main game with it when it does it, though.
Yeah, I guess then they would have me if I had to do that. Like, oh, well, I had to buy it. And that was a long speech about what I've been playing.
I'll make this a shorter version. Yeah, not a whole lot of gaming for me this week. I did a round or two or meltdown a day, which is, of course, that kind of super dumbed-down Diablo-esque kind of shoot the robots thing. Anyway, and the rest was all Congregate and Tynan. I have a bunch of games on my to-do list, but I've never been able to quite get to them. There's always something going on, and I don't know if my brain is just absolutely fried these days or what, but I will have my day planned out, and I only get around to half of it because there's these whole chunks of the day of I did nothing here that I can remember it causing me to take up that much time. What happened? It's not video games. It's not anime. It's not goofing off.
I can tell you. I can tell you exactly what it is.
Am I time traveling?
You're getting older.
Oh no!
Oh,
Where's my keys? I can't find my keys. But, yeah, thanks to Grover talking about Cookie Clicker earlier in the week, I kind of got back to that a little bit, and I clicked a good number of cookies this week, which is why I am just over 19 quintillion cookies over the lifetime of me playing the game at this point, which I know is nowhere near some of the guys that's been playing it nonstop since the beginning, but that's counting all the resets I've done and all the months of not touching it, so yeah, but that's still a lot of cookies.
A lot.
What was it, like about 790 hours of the game?
Session is 80 hours. No, that's just this week.
Oh, this week.
80 hours this week?
Well, you leave it open in the background, so
yeah, you don't actually have to play
constantly.
it.
Oh, you don't actually click it anymore.
I mean, if you count the time that you're actually clicking, then it's for like 15 minutes.
I'm making 17.7 trillion cookies per second.
Good
I'm
God.
not playing it. And I still not unlocked the kitten managers because that's 891 quintillion cookies.
Yes, I need that one too. It's driving me crazy. Don't do that, Grover. No.
No.
Oh, now it's open. See what I've done.
Stop it. Yeah, but yeah, nothing else for me. So the topic's kind of an interesting one. It's probably something that could be expanded greatly, but we wanted to kind of keep things short, even though we went a little long on the description of this stuff. But still, as gamers, we have been kind of subject to a lot of strange changes in the way the games have been presented to us for, especially about the last 10 years. And once upon a time, it was universally panned about these things that we were against, and I've noticed more and more of these things we've gotten so used to it, and it's so common, we don't hear as many complaints about them anymore. So I'll stroll just down there just a little bit, kind of throw on some thoughts of, for example, the DRM.